Hi, my name is Maruf. Welcome back to my channel. So in previous session, we had seen various shapes such as sphere, cone, cylinder, cube, cuboid. And when we practice these shapes, what we get is we can draw anything whatever we want. Maybe a tree, a landscape, a house, or whatsoever in your mind, a face, eyeball. So in this session, we will see some foliages using this spear. So let's get started. So when we talk about foliages, what comes in our mind? Probably bush, trees. We will see a pot. So we will see some very short examples of using various type of greens for foliages. So foliages using sphere. So in previous sessions we have seen drawing the spear very precisely using stencils, but here what we will do, we will just use the spear which is usable as per our requirement, and then you will realize that how much drawing is important in painting. So let's get started. Here I will give you the demo of making spear. So what I am doing is spreading the yellow. So you will notice that there is a lighter area here and darker area in the lowest part of the sphere. So this is how tree will look like. Do you feel it's look like a tree? So now let's make it more polished in a better way. So this is what we have made. The source of light is here. This is the lightest part and this is the darkest part. This is what we are going to do in any shape what we are giving it. So here we are making trees or bushes or whatsoever. This is how the process will be. Now you have noticed that the darker area and the lighter area, when you uh, see the middle part of this tree of this sphere, you will notice that the middle part is uh, very well merged, or we can say the edges are soft here. Now we will use the same colors, but what we will do is we will make our edges hard here. We will make a circle completely with using yellow and let it dry for some time. So now this part is fully dried up. So let's add the darker tone, which is green. So here you will see the difference between soft edges, hard edges. So wherever necessary, we can always shift our method of painting. It's not necessary that you need to stick to one particular effect. Now using the same method, same sphere, see when we are drawing sphere, it again I am telling you it's not necessary that we it has to be perfect. It shouldn't be as perfect as a stencil, but yes, it has to be usable. So I have made the sphere here, and this is how we gonna do. So to make it area wet, I will be using yellow color so that it should be visible also in the screen. My main purpose of making the area wet and yellow is to make it visible. Otherwise I can also put directly the water also. So here I am having few colors such as uh, sap green, lemon yellow, and yellow ochre. And I will be also using to make the green little darker, uh, the cobalt blue. So let's make the use of these four colors and see how we can bring turn the foliages into a 3D shape. So as here I have added yellow, lemon yellow, I will be adding some touch of yellow ochre on the top as if it's a small twigs or leaves, whatever, at one corner. Now as and when we are coming down in the middle part of the foliage, we can use the touch of green wherever there is a wet area or water. You will notice that the color will automatically spread. Now so the source of light is here. You have noticed that the lighter area is on the left side and the darker area is in right side, and the lower part is always darker as there is no light over there. Let's add some touch of blue here with green. So again we will make another sphere. This is just the outline. It's not necessary that this has to be as exact, and we will just spread the yellow in the sphere or a circle. See, I'm just spreading it nearby the lines. Now let's keep adding the green outside the wet area and let it touch the wet area. It will automatically drag towards the wet area. Let some touch of twigs at the left side also to bring it some vibrancy. This is a foliage, not necessary that even there is a light, there shouldn't be a dark. When there is a light, there is a dark also. So this is how we can make things easy. See how it is easy it is. See, that's it. It is very easy. It's that easy. This is a bush using wet on wet technique. Now, if you want to add a flower pot below this bush, how it will be. So let's see that, and we will, for this we will use a touch of burnt sienna, and there is a very beautiful color of making terracotta colors, which is light red. So we can always use that color also to make a pot. This light red brings very nice effect of terracotta. So we will just make a flower pot here. I'm not much worrying about the shape. We can always lift it further later. So we will just drag the color from the top to make it look like a pot. So one side should be dark and one side should be light. The same way there is a foliage of dark foliage and light foliage. That same effect we will follow for this dark also. Now our surface is, and the first layer is already dried up. Now let's add the detailing. So our this is their darker area. Let it make further dark. You can also add some touch of blue here as part of shadow. It shouldn't be as precise as at the top. This is just a shadow. So let it be. It's just hypothetical. I have no reference of this. Now again touch of burnt sienna and light red. We can just do the dots so that it will give the effect of light and dark, and wherever there is a left green you will notice that it is a kind of a foliage part. So now let's add some darks in bush also by using blue and green, and make the strokes little harder. And wherever necessary you can always make these edges soft also. Depends, always use your artistic license to make it as beautiful as you can, because it's your world. Some shadows here also, so that as it's part of the foliage, it should reflect the foliage effect here also. Some light and dark. So here you can take as much time as possible. And so here our flower pot is ready. Now finally we will make a distant tree. And what I will show you here, instead of making a circle, I will just do a random stroke of brush, which which is nearly a look like a circle or a oval, which should be just a random stroke of two circle. I will assume that these are two circles. Now what I will do here is just add the darker tones, such as here I will, as I am right-handed, my I can always put that, it's easy for me to put darker tones on right side. And the same way, touch of yellow ochre, touch of here and there. It's just a random stroke I am putting it. I don't have any reference here, because it gives you a free hand to practice when you are making without reference. Always remember that the lowest part should be darker compared to the top. So we will again make the some dark strokes here. In the same way, here too we will add some yellow ochre, touch of yellow, and as we are going down we will again put some foliages here. It's kind of a sphere, as if we are painting a sphere. And now Just some little bit of touch of blue will give it depth to our foliage. Some touch of green here also will give beautiful effect. We can always keep a little bit of area left without paint, and this is how our tree is ready. Using wet on wet technique. Hope you like this video. Thank you for watching. So here we have seen foliages using soft edges, hard edges, and we created using spear this bush, a flower pot, and a tree. Hope this session would be useful for you, and do try at home also using the same method and the color of your variation. You can always vary the colors whichever you resonate with, because there are various type of greens and various types of blues and darks, and we all see the shades and shadows differently. Thank you.